So we have a guest today. My colleague Rahul was actually with me at the AI Louisville AI Community Week.
Oh, nice.
That was just last week, and he gave his presentation there. I gave mine quick one. He came up. He was more so just a quick intro. Rahul's more on the Azure side of late, and I'm more on the Copilot M365 side of stuff. Rahul, introduce yourself and say what do you do during the day besides join us at meetings.
Yes. So yeah, most of my time spent with the Azure cloud. So basically, I have started my journey with the .NET development and then migrated towards the Azure cloud PaaS services, and then slowly and gradually some infra stuff, CI/CD pipeline, and then new era come up, that AI, Gen AI. So I have
Uh-huh.
started somewhat with the we know the development, so I started with the Python little bit, and then it helped me out with the while developing something with the LangChain in a Gen AI.
Oh
and
wow.
then and then the agents comes into the picture. So agents are there, and so then I'll got somewhat RFP from our company or from our client that we have implemented as well. So
Mm.
how can we Azure cloud and the AI talk to each other?
Aha.
Then OpenAI is there. So OpenAI is the one of the best source that we can communicate with the other, uh like with the AKS related. So it orchestrate all the things, API things, logic gate is there. So those are the stuff that I have implemented.
Wow.
And then it comes with the somewhat, yeah, we have proposed chatbot as well right now with the new over facilities, with the drag is there, always be there. And then the whole module is come with the Azure Foundry. So
Wow.
Azure Foundry is one of the best that innovation, or I would say the resource that we got from the Microsoft. So that
Uh-huh.
is what everyone wanted to look for it. The Azure
Wow.
Foundry, how it all the SLM, LLM models over there, OpenAI, you can merge over there, and then it comes with the blob storage, especially as a blob storage,
All the
because
data.
when we
Blob
have
storage,
the,
yes.
yeah, when we have uh, restricted cloud or restricted data, when we wanted to perform, that we can call is a technical term like bring your own data void. When we wanted to implement that, help a lot,
Wow.
because every time does not require to get the data from the outside world. I know for that we have the agents. I call the agents as an intern in our
That's
in
a good
our
way to put it.
era. Yeah,
Yeah.
in
The
our
agent is the
era.
intern.
Yeah, we always give our small work, small task to our intern. So same way, we can. So I can see how AI is help to our community, or the human is going to free or taking some critical decision, and
Mhm.
AI can do whatever repeated work that human is doing. So that's
Wow.
how I can look to you, AI that help us in a long term, or I would say the reliable or responsible AI that we can call as, because there are a
Yes.
lot of security associated with it. And when we talk about the data is a real time money right now, and
Yes.
the data is exposed with the external world. It's a very like we should keep it restrict. So
Sure.
Right.
it's a responsible AI, it's come in a picture. So that's how I'll in a technology stack that I am performing for the
Wow.
client, performing for the personal enhancement, and new things I have started to educate to our community. I
Uh-huh.
have started taking part with the podcast. I have started taking with the community events that
Events. Nice.
AI Louisville AI Week happened in the last
Excellent.
week. And few more events are coming up in a Louisville that is has been handled by the state of government.
Oh
And
well.
Yeah, so Pamela is a chief executive officer in a the for the Kentucky area,
Uh-huh.
and she is the third one in a whole America that she is a chief executive officer.
Oh, wow.
In a
Nice.
US, only three in a government sector, only three are chief executive AI officer is there.
Nice.
So we are, yeah, I was keep touch with her, and we have couple of session is coming up on a healthcare,
Uh-huh.
and we have something for coming up for the ticketing system that is going to implement in Louisville very soon. I mean, it's a long horizon, but yeah,
All right.
it's proposed and it's coming up. So that's
Well,
There you
how
go.
I am engaging my day-to-day life with those technically educated.
and
Ah.
you're using it in anger too. I like to say, I just play, right? And but you also mentioned that you were doing it for personal projects as well, but I've not used it with a client yet. So I've not used it in anger. But what I love about Azure, honestly, and we've had AWS people on before that
Yes.
we've had chats, and AWS is not very opinionated. Azure is nicely opinionated, and they lead you right to the solution. And one of the things about Azure, the Azure Foundry, is that you don't. There's a lot that you just don't have to worry about, right? You don't
Things
Yes.
that you've
don't worry
done
about
for
where
you.
the data is going. Don't worry about how it's stored. Just let us take care of it for you. Put the intern on to feed the data in. They'll put it somewhere, and they'll know where it is, and they'll go back and get it when you need it. And so
And
that's great.
yeah, and you know what? I mean, the Microsoft has taken a good initiative to make a good ecosystem that
Mhm.
how Azure or cloud and the AI, how compatible they are. So
Yes.
I know Amazon has started a long back, but they does not have the pure ecosystem that all the especially like me, like who are with the specialized with the cloud engineer, cloud architect, and now if I need to jump with the AI, so it's totally a different path for AWS, but
Right.
it's
So for AWS, it's in a different building, right? It might be
correct.
on the same campus, but it's in a different building.
It's
Completely different
yes,
With
building. Yep.
with Azure, it's just right down the hall, right? I mean,
yes,
and you're already in the building. You don't have to go through security again. You're there. They're
exactly.
just all of your stuff works together seamlessly.
It must
So
have been easy,
yeah,
easier for you, as they say, to understand and get into, especially coming in from the .NET side. I mean, that's both of us. We came in from that
yeah,
particular
.NET.
side, and the
Correct.
cloud was a means to an end. It's like, well, nobody will give us machines. Okay, we'll use the cloud to
Yeah,
make it happen. Oh, yes, of course, somebody's going to pay somewhere, but we didn't care back in that time. In your case, though, you're putting together when you're able to put together solutions. You talked about like the responsible AI and everything. Is that something that you have to go out of your way to do, or is that something that you feel like is already in the tools that you're working in?
So yes, it is a new concepts are coming up from the Microsoft side, and we are still
Yep,
learning as well. But
indeed.
the thing is, why does it come up? So the security concerns are way more than the completing the work. So
Sure.
we initially when AI started, everyone is looking how we can implement, how it work, and how it help in our day-to-day activity that accomplish.
Yes.
But then experts are come into the picture, and then they have started, then they realize it's a security concerns are there, the
Hmm.
data are coming absolutely correct or not,
Right.
because like same way, like intern can do a mistake as well, same way may,
Of
I
course.
mean, yeah, agents AI can also do a mistake because they are grabbing the data feed from it. So
R-
I know it's a huge LLM is there, they are updating regularly, but GPTs are still giving us not satisfied answer.
right.
So,
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
so
they hallucinate, but they
exactly.
also, and I'm glad that you're bringing up, the security being built in, and people having to come back to it, because
Mhm.
if the data is in your data set and the LLM has access to it and you don't restrict it well,
Mm,
it'll get out,
that's right.
because it's just a prompt away, right? You just
Yes.
have to you write the correct prompt, and eventually it will feed out data that you don't really want out there. And so it's if it needs to reason about it, I think that's the idea of the agents and the idea of having multiple layers of AI,
Yes.
right? So that you have different data sets for each of these and bring them all together at the end. That's just,
The
yeah, it's
multi-agent stuff. Have you been doing the multi-agent stuff, Rahul, like lately? The
Uh,
orchestration?
yeah, not I have started, but yeah, it's a good concept that agents are multiple agents are coming up in a picture as well.
Hmm.
Because let's say I'll take a one simple example. If I
Sure.
wanted to book a flight,
Yes.
and if I'll ask the agent that let's say Expedia, and not Expedia, but yeah,
Sure.
book my flight or something, and I ask them, yeah, I need a flight on this and this date, check out this, also the weather condition. So for the weather condition we required another agent. So
Hmm.
that's how multiple agent, that weather agent, and I'm not talking about the explicitly one of taking the example of agent name right now, but yeah,
mhm,
weather agent or book my ticket agent, they are going to book the flight for me based on the proper weather condition. So this is
Wow.
how we can do like multi-agent in a support. And same way, so right now for me it's the history has been built up in my system,
Uh-huh.
so it's giving me a data based on the
on your preferences. Yeah.
rag base as well. So
The
retrieval
rag.
rag
Yes,
base
of
is,
course.
yeah, retrieval rag base as well, they are getting the data.
Uh-huh.
Mhm,
Because let's say if if I'll my appointment are there on that day and I'm going to book the appoint or book the flight, it give me it give me data that you have the appointment. So I can also be aware it is come from the retrieval rag.
Right.
So that's how it helped me out the system as well. And if I'll take the other example uh, for the multi-agent and how it
Uh-huh.
work with the AI Foundry.
Uh-huh.
So you can consider as your primary development and secondary development, and you can grab the data from the different LLM models as well.
mhm,
Wow. So mix and match.
And yeah, and that gave a kind of a token matrix that we can use with the AI gateway is also available now. So it comes with the Azure API management, and
Oh,
it comes with the
APIM.
API gateway, not a API, AI gateway. And
Uh-huh.
AI gateway is come with the tokenized matrix, and that tokenized matrix is based on your primary development in the AI Foundry, inside the AI Foundry primary development and secondary deployment, and that comes the data from the different LLM model.
Oh, wow.
mhm,
I forgot that they had that on the AI gateway pieces. That I almost forgot
Yes.
about that part.
and
Hmm.
and and you know what, that AI gateway is when you merge with the logging, and
Yep.
it comes the auditing as well. And those auditing we can channelize with the different Azure services, let's
Uh-huh.
say Event Hub, or whatever event comes to the AI gateway, that event hub, any activity you want to perform, let's say
Right.
triggering some email, so that help you out. Even just you just wanted some logging as well, that you can use the Azure Analytics as well. So that app inside, or you can log the data over there as well.
Oh,
So
it's all the
I
cloud architecture concepts all in one place.
Yes.
Hmm.
So that
And
that is what my role is also, how Azure and the AI how communicate each other.
Uh-huh.
And especially I prefer that we need to, as a responsible AI, it's a first thumb rule is you should log your each activity of your AI. And
right,
logging, when it comes the logging at, it's a, we should log each activity.
One of the factors, one of the fine nines.
right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Well, and it's weird to me, okay, that people look at AI differently than they do at regular employees, right? I mean, if you think about, okay, we're all consultants, right? So on
Yeah.
a consulting team, there are front end coders, there are back end coders,
That's right.
there are PMs, there are BAs, there are QA. These are different roles, and the reason that they're different roles is because different people have different skill sets. And with AI, we're training these models, and if you train, if you look at like Gwen or Claude or some of those models are like 350 or 480 billion, b with a b, right? Billion. So the model itself to load needs like 400 gigs of RAM,
Yeah, a
right?
couple
I mean,
icebergs.
it's
Yeah.
huge amounts of space, but that they're trying to make it do everything. You can get smaller models. You can get really precise models that are trained on really good data
Uh-huh.
and put them behind an agent and let them do those individual
Exactly.
tasks and let them have those roles. And that's the beauty of that the
The,
the
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 the fact
foundry,
that you can do
right?
that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you get it all mixed together.
Do you
So
have a
And
favorite particular model that you use, Rahul, or is it like you pick the model as it goes, the best, whatever's the best?
yeah, best whatever is the best. But yeah, I like the GPT-4. It's a good one, and that is what I personally like it.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives the data. But yeah, now the scenario is changed.
Yes.
So people are more look for, I know the because of the cost factor also, people are not using more with the LLM. They
Yeah.
diverted with the SLM as well. Small
The small
data
language
model,
models. Yep.
yeah, small language model they have started exploring. And on top of it they have add one more layer with the data layer. So it comes with the, specially, I know it's not come with the pure AI based, but yeah,
Right.
it
mhm,
comes with the ML level. So when you talk, when you need something with the Azure machine learning related stuff,
Uh-huh.
that required a lot of data. So that's how they
Yep.
are using a pattern kind of a small model that is saving the cost. And on top of it, their organizational data, that data is coming already, or the already system has been built last 20-30 years been,
Oh,
and they
wow.
have the bunch of data. So they are
20, 30
attaching,
years. Whoa.
yeah, I
Ouch.
mean, it's a
yeah,
you, healthcare has a lot of data, and they
right.
have the patient's
You would have
data,
think.
they have the organizational data. And what they are doing it, they have insurance data. What they are doing it, they are doing it with the data layer. They are attaching the data layer in terms of the using the, again, using the somewhat the data factory,
Mm-hmm.
using
hmm
the data lake house,
Right.
using Azure SQL or Cosmos DB. So that is how they are attaching one more layer with the data layer.
Wow.
And then it comes with the any integration layer if they wanted to use. So it's come with the uh, app services it come, or the logic app it is come. And
Mhm.
then so it's the your main layer is core AI or plus
Yep.
ML services.
Okay.
hmm
Second layer comes with the data layer that
right.
gives that gives the fuel to AI.
Yep.
Fuel, yeah.
And data is the
And
fuel of AI. I would agree with that.
yes, and the brain is, of course, the brain is your LLM that working, that is the first layer, core AI and the ML. second data layer that fueling the AI, fueling, and the third layer where how we wanted to serve it. So
Right.
AI meet the user. So right now they are behind the scene, that data layer and the core AI is working. But how user going to interact? They are going
Uh-huh.
to interact with the app services. They are going to interact with the Azure functions, chatbots, Logic app, and mobiles,
Right.
copilots. I still remember that Rolf has given a co-pilot example in a Louisville AI week,
Yeah.
and then I have started. Yeah, co-pilot is a lot of feature that I should also go for the co-pilot and explore the more options over there.
Right. Well, and see, like you said, Copilot really though is the steering wheel, right? It's the part that the user interfaces with. You talked earlier about, doing LLMs with Python,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's interesting, to know that the same APIs that you're hitting with Python, it's what Copilot's hitting, right? It's just a UI.
Correct.
It's
You know,
Correct.
not even it's not necessarily is Python. Would Python be considered on level with a C sharp or
yeah,
Java?
yeah,
We
yeah.
can actually call it that now because
We can.
there was a time when Python was Python. Oh, wait a minute, isn't that what you learned at
eh,
school? And then like we've moved on. We're
No,
Java.
no. Python has a lot of really good libraries,
Correct.
especially around data entry, because
Yes,
Python people have written a lot of really nice libraries to do data cleansing. Because you mentioned, data is the fuel. If
yes.
you've got water in your gas tank, your car's not going to go very far,
Yes.
Here we
right?
go. Here's our car
Or
talk
better,
reference. We
better
finally
yet,
got there.
right? See, because you're using it in for businesses, right?
Right.
You're actually doing it in anger. So it's not a car anymore, it's an airplane. Because
Yes.
a car, if a car stops, the engine stops, you just pull over to the side of the road and everything's okay.
Right.
But for a business, if you're up in the air and the engine stops, you got problems,
Yeah, it's not a good
right?
thing.
Not a good thing.
Absolutely.
And so that's, using it for businesses, you do have to take that extra layer, right? You've got
Correct.
extra filters, you've got all of the security that they've got built in, to help us really make
So
sure that
everyone
we've
got the
got good
impression that
fuel.
like Python is just for data, but Python can do
No,
other stuff
Oh,
too.
yes, yes.
lot of
We should have a
it's a one
Python
of the
event.
development language. It's a
Yeah.
Hmm.
one of the,
Full
yeah.
fledged. Yeah.
And for a new user, if they don't wanted to learn more things, go for
Yep.
the co-pilot. And they it's
Hmm.
one of the fundamental is for it, low code model is there.
Uh-huh.
So you don't require to learn new language,
Uh-huh.
just how co-pilot is working, that you need to learn. And again, I mean, the prompt engineering is always a good practice, that how you are giving the prompt,
Right.
Yes.
that give the data.
But
So
that's
Yeah.
natural
Copilot,
language though. Yes.
yeah, Copilot is the one of the best thing, that if someone does not want go, or someone does not have the development knowledge, go for the Copilot. It's a low
Mm-hmm.
code based development. Or
Yeah. And I'll tell you, so we started out, before the show a little bit, we were chatting. I've got a Proxmox server in my basement, right? So I'm a
Ah,
Linux head. I'm all about
yes.
doing it online, on
He likes
site
his
rather than
hardware.
in the cloud. I'll have my cloud, right? But I actually wrote Bash shell scripts to go against Olama, right? Olama is an easy framework for running a lot of different LLM models.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a Bash shell script that I could send prompts through.
Oh
And
wow.
we talk about Python, we talk about C sharp, really any language. You could do it using a web browser, right? Because really it all comes down to endpoints.
Right.
And those endpoints are just HTTP endpoints, for the most part, right? It's an API. So you might not have Swagger in front of it to make it easy, but you can craft a query using curl and just directly hit the API with your data formatted in the right way, and you'll get an
Right.
answer back. And it'll be a big
exactly.
old JSON file, and it's
Yeah,
cute.
there we go.
Yep.
It almost doesn't
So,
matter. It doesn't matter at this point. You know what? That's why I was surprised. Like, they had a .NET for everything, if you recall.
mhm.
But I never saw Python .NET. or is there? I'm just curious. Did somebody ever make that? I know Project Mono was the idea to go .NET into the other regions and stuff. But I know there's VB.NET was the first .NET, by the way, I got to do.
Exactly.
Whoops, VB.NET. Oh, I'm giving myself away. And then, of course, eventually it was like, okay, fine, C#. Okay, we'll do C#.
I had to
You
look it
know,
up.
you know what?
Look it up. Iron
Be-
Python.
Before the
talking.
VB.NET, before the VB.NET, there is a Visual Basic is also there.
Yes,
Yes.
Visual. Well, itself, yes.
Yeah,
But of course, Visual Basic, I could not I could not make a web service with Visual Basic. When I was able to make an XML service, thanks to our friend Aaron Sconnard with .NET, it was like with VB.NET. I'm like, oh my God, I have a service that can run in NT in the background doing stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, I just built what people in C++ used to be
Yes.
paid lots of money for, and I did it what I thought back at the time, low code. Low code was like XML or something. That was low code, right? Now, low code is what? What is low code? What's low code anymore? Low code is talking English or what? What is low code?
Just prompt engineering.
Just prompt engineering, basically. That's the true low code. Because here's the thing, behind the scenes, a lot of code is being splucked out. And I was watching, we had like a demo over here where we were showing like the gen pages or something from Power Platform. And we said, go and do this. And then it was showing, because it likes to brag, it's showing what it's doing. And all of a sudden, all this Python or TypeScript or whatever this code was going over. So wait a minute, that's not low code anymore. Yes, it is, because I only said one English sentence, and whatever it's doing, I don't care. So is it really low code? It's like, well, not really, because actually, truly in Power Platform, it was like box, low code. Now, low code, but it's still.
Low code has always had a lot of code underneath the covers and behind the scenes.
Yes.
But see,
The
here's the
framework
thing.
itself is code.
People that are saying, there aren't going to be any coders anymore. Coders are, why get into, don't go to computer science. AI is taking over. We've all been to clients and had to pull requirements out of them.
Yes.
And had to help define the problem with clients because they don't know what they really need. And that's the difference between a consultant, the way that we're all consultants, right?
Right.
We're not just developers that are going out there and you tell me what to do and I'll do it. No, we're out there, we're interacting with them and helping them.
That's the human difference.
Define the solution.
Exactly.
And that's the prompt engineering, right? I mean, that's we have to be that interface to let them know that, when you say blue, what's the Pantone for the blue that you really want? Because
what blue do I mean? Your blue is not the same as my blue. I see your shirt. That's your blue. I got a different blue.
Yeah. I mean,
I got a different blue.
Pick the blue because, clients will care. And if they don't, that's why I always did everything brown. Right? No. If you don't tell me a color, I'm going to make it like a rusty brown because nobody wants that.
You make sure everyone recognizes.
Which blue do you mean?
Yeah, when you say brown, it's like, oh, brown. Ew. Okay, good. We all agree. Ew. Done. That's cute. That's a cute one.
Now we'll start a conversation.
Yes.
It's the same way. It's the same way that we need to give a proper prompt.
Yes.
On that basis, we get the result. If it is not given a color coding, it take the brown as well, and might take the blue.
There we go. It's view of blue. What is it going to be? Well, so here's a good question. So, after going through all this, you must see the importance of the prompt. Do you find yourself now that you're doing things a lot? Because here's the thing that I also notice. Because I'm doing more of the AI stuff, my first prompt that I do now seems to have more context than when I first started learning all this stuff. I was like more iterative, maybe smaller items, or maybe too much, like so much items so large that I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I gave it too much, right? Have you found yourself able now to make prompts? Are your prompts better now than they used to be, or do they seem the same? It's just like I put a prompt, hey, it's still a prompt. It doesn't matter.
So it always what what I was thinking, prompt means what? It's a
Yes,
kind of a human language that we are just giving the command to our system.
sure.
But then
Right.
then slowly and gradually I'll realize it should be a proper pattern. It should be in a
Aha.
proper style
That's what I'm
that
looking
we are
for.
giving. That we are giving. So when I mean there are a lot of things are associated with it. If you're if you are giving some if you are taking data from your LLM prompt, so it's something like it work like the instruction to give the proper instruction from
Mm-hmm.
where you need a data, kind of a chain of thought you need to provide,
Right.
Hmm.
and which tool you need to use. So that is a proper prompting for the LLM prompt design that we can say.
Got it.
Right.
It is for the LLM model. But when we have some rec prompting, when it introduced the rec prompting, so it's something like you don't require to give the full context again.
Right.
You need to just give your prompt now what you need to do it. And I saw like many of models or GPTs are now giving you a inbuilt prompt that you done this one, so now what you want to do. It might be let's say create your paragraph. But yeah, now it also suggests create a paragraph with the only 500 character.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So it's something like it's automatic, or some basic prompt is also given. So it's again the rag based. Now it's something, if we wanted to agentic workflow design, so that required some different way of pattern that prompt engineering using.
Hmm.
So that's how each it's kind of a syntax
yes.
that
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of a syntax that what do you want it. If you more rely with the security concern, responsible AI concern,
Uh-huh.
you are giving a more prompt with the safety related stuff over there.
Uh-huh.
So that's how it's not only the human language, it's only how you are giving the prompt.
So
So
are you when you talk to your prompt, are you very formal or are you casual when you talk to you when you give your prompt? Me, I'm very casual. I'm like, hi, what's going on? Blah blah blah. How about you? Do you give formal prompts?
So yeah, initially kind of a casual prompting. I'll used to do it, but yeah, when I got to understand you need somewhat the technical word, because I know the technical stuff. So that's how I'm giving some technical stuff,
Aha.
technical wording over there as well. So it can be work around that topic, because it's a kind of a vector based things are there when you are
Hmm.
giving some word, so that work around around your word. I
Mm-hmm.
know it's a simple human language is also work around that the topic, but
Yep.
if I want specifically on that particular word, that need to be, I'll give the proper wording over there.
Got it.
And so
Yeah.
that's how it improve my result as well whenever you are fetching the data.
No,
Well,
so
So it
lessons
should be,
learned there.
yeah, it should be very clear. Even when I have implement the chatbot as well, so it's something like whatever you need properly, you should describe it. I need insurance data of this and this for particular period of time.
Right.
It should not be just provide insurance data. It
right.
should be in a proper time, that for this and this time I need a data, how much user has been interacted, how much user has renewed the data, any query. If I'll bring the data from the my Boyd system, that is also a uh, properly should be educated.
Sure.
And one more thing, we should also add that when you are auditing your AI, that consider is a responsible AI. So when you are auditing your AI, that is something cited URL should be come up.
Okay.
So
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Citations, yes, definitely.
Yes. So the data, the especially the when the normal user, which is not at all with the technology layer, they are not associated with the technology, so they should know the data are coming from where. So
Yes.
that's how the citation it's very much needed nowadays, that how we can trust on the data. So that's
Yes.
how you can trust on the data. These are the urls there, these are the pdfs, these are the citations is available, so you
Right.
can go
Mhm.
through in detail as well.
Do you find that people actually look and follow up with those citations when you give a citation, that they actually use it, or like, oh, the citation's there, that's fine, I trust
Close
you.
Yes,
enough.
exactly.
Uh,
This is
What's the
our
point of a
human
citation if
mentality.
you don't look it up, right?
Yeah, this is our human tendency.
Yes.
So when someone guide you, this is what it's something. Let's take an example. If someone can guide you, this is the way that you need to follow to achieve this one. Oh yes, that person, that expert person has, although they have not reached over there, but yeah,
Yes.
they have told something to me. Yes, I can reach, I can follow this step and I can reach to the success. Yeah, I should follow it. So this is how the citation is work.
Before
If you
checking to see
can,
that that person wasn't really the expert. He was, oh, wait a minute,
yes,
that's expert without the X. What happened to
yeah.
that? That's my
Well,
favorite,
and
getting the email from the unverified source.
so my I mean, yeah, I personally found that I'm spending a lot more of the words that I use in my prompts giving context than I do asking the actual question, right? I mean, because you need to be able to, you need, for me, I find that I get much better results when I not only tell it what I want, but why I want it,
Yes.
what I'm going to be using it for. You know, so you mentioned getting the insurance data. Uh, I would always at the end say so that I can,
Just
and
like a
give it,
user story.
yeah, just like your user
so
story. Because
yeah,
if I ask you to build me a table and I don't tell you what I'm going to use it for, you're probably
exactly,
not going to build the right
Get
table
the right
for me.
table. That's
exactly.
right.
Right. And even if I say I want a wooden table, right? Well,
Yeah, you went out of your way to describe the columns and even the data types, but you didn't say what the heck.
and or what it, yeah, what's it going to be used for? Well, I'm going to use it in the kitchen. Well, that means it needs a food grade surface. Okay. Right.
Hmm.
That it's different. We build it differently if we're going to use it there versus out in the workshop. Right. Because
Yes.
and so that's the difference. And when we're building our prompts, the more context you can give it, because as you say, you know, Rahul, you're absolutely right. It is a big vector,
Yes.
right? There's this big space, and
But
our
you're
vector
right. It's got to be the right
builds.
context, though, because, like I said, if I define a field type for something, I'm overdoing it, right? Because maybe
Right.
it knows
Mm,
that kitchen things for the thing. That's not going to be a number thing. That's going to be, like I said, I want knife number 6, knife number 8. Well, yeah, not all knives have that. Some knives might have text. So because I mentioned that, it'll
right.
go and look up Gordon Ramsay on the LLM and say, nope, that's not the way knives work. And however it works, right?
Well, but and thank you, Ralph. You're absolutely right. That is something that I do is, you know, when I'm building prompts, I tell it in vague terms, not real vague, but
Right.
I don't try to nail it down, right? Because I'm not trying to have it implement a solution. I'm
Because it
trying to give
will
it
too if you tell it hard.
context.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it enough context and then tell it what your problem is and what you want the solution to look like, right? I'm
I think
always
that's
going to say
the
it's I'm
fact.
in C sharp, right? But you know,
So
it's easy. Yeah.
it's called as a, it's very basic prompting pattern which is called as a role based prompting.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
when you talk about one of the example that I need to specify the domain things over there.
Yes.
So I'll take an example. If I'll want a table, if I want an apple, so the LLM does not know there are lot of apples are available in a vector. Lot of apples are available.
Hmm.
uh Apple is a fruit as well, Apple is a company as well.
That's right.
Right.
You can provide a role, what object is doing. You should get some domain as well, provide a domain that it is a software company. It
Right.
is information
Hardware.
technology industry. So
Yeah.
that gives
Or they
a
might make
very
records for the Beatles from a long time ago.
Well,
Apple
or yeah,
Records.
consulting as well. And you talk about apples. Even if you say I want the fruit, I want you to give me a fruit
Right.
called an apple. Well, they need to know what you're going to do with it, because apples for pies are different from apples that you just want to
exactly.
eat, or apples that you want to juice. We've got so many different things, and you've given enough context. So,
Yeah.
I think we're getting close to the end of time. I want to make
Yes,
sure
we
that
are
we don't
actually. So you
run
heard.
too
I
long.
bet your Outlook also went Bing on you.
Bing.
Mine just went Bing, and I'm sure Rahul's all his Outlook said, Rahul, where are you? Our Outlooks are now advising us to without AI. That's before AI. That our next meetings are coming up. Rahul, thank you so much for being our
Yes.
guest over here today. And showing what real world working in the cloud looks like. This is that's the goal over here. It's all about what we do and making folks feel not afraid to do it, but
Exactly.
understand that there's always so many angles, not just me and Larry and I's angles. There are others, and I'm glad that you brought your perspective on here, because you reminded me of some things that even I forgot a little bit. So that's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much again. I mean, it's my pleasure to providing some educate to our community,
Yes.
and also learning from you, your kind of MVP. You
Yeah,
are
the
MVP.
crazy
So
angle.
yeah,
Yes.
it's a great learning for learning from the MVPs.
Yes, I
So
come in the unusual angles, to the side. So sometimes, as they say, watch out. Don't always do this at home. They say don't do this at home, kids, when you play. So I'm glad though, and it's a pleasure working with you, sir. And hey, when this comes out, we will make sure to let you know so you can spread it and share it with your friends.
definitely.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Okay,
Thank you,
we're going
Larry.
to cut out over here, and this is where we just clap and we're done. And don't worry, we'll take care of the edits and we get it posted.
Thank you, Rahul. Very nice to meet you. I really enjoyed the conversation. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Larry.
All righty.
All right.
So take care, everybody.